Good morning, good afternoon. I don't know when I'm going to post this video or when you're going to watch it, but hello, Royal Roots family. I came out here, I'm on my lunch break, and past few days, my lunch break has consisted of me doing things for other people. Today, my lunch break is my lunch break. So I wanted to show you something that's going on, or some things that is going on in the garden. It's a little misty out here. It's okay. I love it. But first, let's look at this beautiful lily. I'm so excited. I don't even know what kind of lily. I grabbed a bunch of lilies, the little bulbs, and have no idea what any of them are. But apparently it's a mixture, because look at this one. It's different, but still very pretty. Got some more that looks like they're gonna open up here shortly. Oh, the roses are doing something. I'm going to let them bloom. I'm not gonna pull the blooms off. I'm gonna let them do what they do. That one is gorgeous. It has like a little, let me see if I can get over here for you. It has like a little, I don't know, it looks like it's been spray painted, or watercolor kind of look. Love it. And then we got a red rose here getting ready to open up. So I am excited about this perennial flower bed I have. I almost put some annuals in there because it looks so plain and dull when I first planted everything. But as stuff is slowly coming up, the only thing I think I'm not going to see any action on this year are my lavender. They are very, very small. There's one there, there's one there. And then there's two more on the other, in the other flower bed on this side. Let's see if we can see that. Oh, my hand's in the way. There and there. Those are the lavender. I don't think I'm going to see very much action from them anytime soon. My trees, my apple trees, I kind of wish I would have just went ahead and left them in some pots until they got to a certain size. I think the next time I buy some for my next property, I'll definitely do that. I'll let them grow up a little bit before I plant them. And I'll leave them in some pots. But here's something else I wanted to show you all. All right, so we know that this bed had been planted with greens. That is a little patch of volunteer butternut squash, I believe. So when filling these beds, and I think I went over this in a previous video, I had some compost buckets that I had every intention of building a big compost bin with 2 or 3 stalls. And because I have a pile over here, which you can't see right now, that I was dumping things on and covering it with a tarp. And I just didn't like how it was breaking down. I probably wasn't doing it right. I am going to have to probably pick someone's brain who knows how to compost correctly, because I just haven't had very much luck with that. But I had a bunch of buckets that I put my kitchen scraps in. So what happened is when I started filling these beds up, they had already started breaking down. Nothing was recognizable as far as the vegetation is concerned, but I think they had some seeds in there still from butternut squash. And I believe that's what's right here. And I say it's butternut squash because I didn't cook anything else this past winter / early spring, except for butternut squash. And so I just decided to leave them. I've been thinning them because they're still coming up. Like there's one right here. They're just still popping up everywhere. So there was so many right here, but now there's only 3 plants. I don't know. I might end up pulling this one up and only allowing these 2 to grow, or this one and only allow, I'm not sure, because it is encroaching on my collars that I already planted too close together. So we'll see, but that happened. But what I did, which is what I wanted to show you, I keep getting off, is I did a video on planting in some containers tomato plants. These are the bush variety. So I have Roma and cream sausage, or sausage cream. I'll have to check on that. And then I have these 5-gallon buckets, which those are bush variety, so they're determinate, and these are indeterminate, which means they need to be trellised. I do have the cages on this because even the bush variety kind of gets a little crazy, but these will grow up until I top them, which I'll probably top them when they get to like right here and allow for them to bush out, because this panel is not tall enough for them to go up. You know, they'll start hanging over, and I don't want them to do that. The arch trellis, I can trellis it all the way up, and those plants down there can get longer, but this one is probably right at 5 feet. So maybe 5.5 feet. No, 5 feet, because I'm 5 feet tall and it's about my height, I believe. Yeah. So this one isn't going to get as tall, but I have quite a few plants. There's 6 along here. This is something that I am experimenting with. Me planting in these buckets and seeing if I'll get or I'll get more, like a bumper crop. Because I want to sell some at the farmer's market. Since I have so many different varieties, I know people will like to try those. But then I also got to make sure that I have enough to make my spaghetti sauce and diced tomatoes, like all my things that I need to can. All right. So the other day I came out here and there were some critters on my plants, and I pulled them off and fed them to the chickens. But they did damage. I don't know if you can see that. They did quite significant damage. It keeps raining. We keep getting this misty type rain. So I have some diatomaceous earth that I could put on there, but they're not going to stay because the rain is going to wash them off. So these Brussels sprouts, I hope don't succumb to the pest damage. I'm going to start pulling off the leaves at the bottom of each one in hopes that they will start to, even if it's a short stalk, I'll get some Brussels sprouts versus not getting any at all. But we'll see. Same thing with the cabbage. There was some damage to the cabbage over here. So I think when I was, admiring those butterflies that I saw, they were laying eggs in my garden. And I think I might have even mentioned it in the video, but I don't know if I posted it. I knew that they were doing that. I said, oh, they're pretty, but they're going to lay some eggs in my garden. This mustard plant has gone to seed because we had some warm days. So I don't think I'm going to get very much out of the mustards. I'm going to go ahead and pull them up. Since this bed was planted so close, anyway, and I'm just going to allow the other plants some more space. The broccoli is doing some weird stuff because I have like a very small one over here, and then I have like a really tall one there. It does look like we had something. Now this one doesn't look so much like, can't really tell, like any of the worms. That looks more like something came over here and started nibbling on it, just because like even the stalk. Well, oh nope, I'm lying, because guess what? I don't know if you can see that right there. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just give this whole plant to my babies. You see how it just blends in there? Like you can see it close up, but when it's far away, they blend in. And it literally decimated the whole broccoli plant. But I got something for it. Something I have going on with my chickens. My roosters are scratching up their backs and they're missing some feathers. I saw some chicken saddle. I can't remember what it was called. That you can put on the chickens. I don't know if anybody has ever used them. Anybody watching this video, either now or in the future, if you've had success with them, let me know. I might try it. I think it started when I had 6 roosters and then I sold 4. So it's gotten better, but I don't really have the capability of separating out the 2 that were affected the most to allow them to grow their feathers back. So we'll see. One last thing. I originally said that I was going to do a Back to Eden next year here, and I still am, but I'm thinking I'm going to do the 5-gallon buckets and do another wall and maybe do my cucumbers back there. So do another panel, which actually I may not do panels. I do not have a pickup truck. I've been having a hard time finding someone to help me with going and picking up some cattle panels. And now the price has, like, they were $21 last year, or maybe that was the year before. I don't think I bought any last year because I didn't need to. But the year before, when I bought these other 2 cattle panels, they were like $21. They are now like almost $40. So as the price increases, I may not be buying or investing in them just yet. So instead of cattle panels, what I may do is some T-posts and then some twine and kind of building a trellis. So just kind of running the twine back and forth in between the 2 T-posts or 3 T-posts or however many for this space. The potato patch right here is really where the garden stops at this time, but that whole area right here is going to eventually be garden. I still have some work to do on putting down weed barrier and then filling these walkways up with either gravel or wood chips. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. So that's really all there's left to show for today. I don't have something that's eating this one too. If I could just get a break in the... there it is. I found you, little fat thing you are. If I could just get a break in the rain... then I can I'm gonna give this to the chickens. Then I can put some diatomaceous earth on there. I might come out here with the black light and just pick off a whole bunch of these because you can see them better with the black light. And then we can get that fixed. Oh, let me just show you my teenagers. They're doing good, nice and happy. They got their shelter, there's cover there, so they're not getting rained on. They've ate up the grass right here, so I might move them up a little bit to where this little grassy patch is and give them some more grass. But those are my teenagers. I got babies in the house. I needed some black copper Moran hens because I wanted some chocolate eggs, so I found some at Tractor Supply. They were straight run. So I got home and I did some tests, and I believe I have 2 roosters. I have 2 males and 3 females. So I don't quite know what I'm going to do yet. I have a black copper Maran rooster and I have Americana rooster. I wanted that genetic trait of the blue egg layer and the dark chocolate egg layer for reproducing. So that's why I have those two. I don't need 2 more black copper Marans. So a part of me wants to keep them, but then I just know I don't have a need for them. So I'm either going to sell them or grow them out, because by the time they present, really, it'll probably be cooling down again. And in the wintertime, they're not very aggressive. It's usually in the warmer temperatures. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But they wouldn't let me sex them myself at Tractor Supply because of the aviation flu that's going around with the birds. They didn't want me to touch them and then put them back. So I couldn't try to better my odds of getting females while I was at Tractor Supply. So I had to do it when I got home. And I might make a video. They're a little bit older now, which I don't think that there's a time limit, but I think it's easier when they're babies, like fresh, and they're at least 2 weeks old, to do some of those tests to sex them. So if I get more, I might do a video of me sexing the the chicks. But other than that, I'm going to get back to work. I think I took up my whole lunch at this point, eating in strawberry. I found it before Sophia. But, where's my compost bucket? Hiding. Yeah, I think that's it. So thank you. I'm not even going to edit this. I'm just going to post it. It's kind of long, and I'm sorry about that. If you reach this point, thank you so much for loving on us and supporting us. And until next time, be blessed.